Alright, so currently on the Let's Get Ape Escape remade like the other PlayStation Classics timeline, we are at the Sony celebrating the series' 20th anniversary by putting a hat on the company's president and doing nothing else part. Well, that's awesome. That's exactly what the fans wanted to see. I was totally banking on Sony announcing that inevitable Ape Escape remake at this point, but clearly that didn't happen. Okay, that's fine. I can wait just a little bit longer. I guess until then, I will continue to be the beacon of hype for this franchise. What's the hashtag going around on social media now? Hashtag apes will escape? Yeah, let's go with that one. The first Ape Escape was a PlayStation gem, a fun and quirky original idea about a kid traveling through time and capturing apes that have escaped. There you go, there's the title. It goes pretty heavy with the whole time travel concept too, being able to explore through the prehistoric era, the medieval era, modern times, etc. And you get to see those locations bombarded by all of those psychotic simians. It's like 5 or 6 simians. Ape Escape is also notable for being partially responsible for bringing the majesty of dual analog sticks onto the world. So ahead of its time. You can move in one direction, swing the monkey net in another. Oh, it's magical. The game was, and still is, super enjoyable, though it can feel slightly repetitive at times. Regardless, it was absolutely successful enough to warrant a sequel. There was this weird Japanese exclusive follow-up, Pippo Saru 2001, where you vacuum pants? Alright, now listen, capturing time-traveling monkeys with a net is one thing, but vacuuming their pants right off of them? Listen, man, you've crossed the line. No, an actual sequel. Now, this was the first Ape Escape game that I got to play. Since the PlayStation 2 released with a dual analog controller instead of just having one for purchase on the side, I was actually able to enjoy this one out of the box, and not just sort of stand there imagining what if. And speaking of boxes, what? This game was published by Ubisoft. Huh? This never made sense to me. The first game was published by Sony, as was the eventual third one. However, Ape Escape 2? Yeah, Sony was wiping their hands free of that one for some reason. I suppose that's why the port that got put out on the PlayStation 4 was of the European version instead. I used to think it was because the voices for Jimmy and Natalie are legit just Ash and Misty from the Pokemon anime, so it would've just been like weird or something, I don't know.
I sent the professor's stuff okay! Jimmy! What are you doing?
Well then, this sort of gives a different meaning to the whole gotta catch 'em all thing, wouldn't you say? For the sake of this video, I'll be checking out the PS4 port just to get higher quality footage. The PS2 version still looks nice, and it even does do widescreen, that's pretty cool. But hey, I'm also a stickler for easy trophies, I gotta do it. I guess that means I gotta just get used to the European voices then, where instead of Jimmy and Natalie, the main characters go by Hikaru and Natsumi.
Natsumi! Hikaru!
Yeah, no, we're sticking to Jimmy and Natalie for this one.
Top banana! Top banana?
Localization is weird. Some years have passed since the evil monkey Spectre was stopped by Spike. We cut to the professor's lab while he's out on vacation, leaving his granddaughter Natalie and Spike's cousin Jimmy in charge. And they are tasked with doing one thing, delivering pants to monkeys. However, somehow Jimmy accidentally sent a load of monkey helmets along with the pants. Of course, this means that Spectre regains his power and sends his monkeys back out to cause destruction. And to help with his cause, he also plans on shooting a special lethargy laser to make everyone so lazy that nobody will have it in them to fight back. Pretty smart actually, you know what, good on him. Yeah, no time travel on this adventure, you simply run around levels based on real world locations or landmarks. The Statue of Liberty, a Spanish town, a massive casino, stuff like that. Some of the monkeys' names are pretty clever as well. Tom Key Cruz, Clint Apewood, Bruce Monkey, ha, nice. You see, that's one of the benefits of jumping to new hardware. The personality comes through a lot stronger with how the monkeys interact with the environment and with you. Plenty of them are still the typical fare, just how they were in the first game. Depending on the color of their pants, they'll react differently when you startle them. Standard yellow pants, scared blue pants, angry red pants, but new to this one are gimmicked monkeys, ones that stand out from the crowd by actually doing things that are related to the environment, while wearing pants of a color never before seen by human eyes. Wow. This makes the quest to get every single one of them a little bit more interesting from start to finish. A bunch of small things were changed up with this adventure thanks to its jump to next-gen hardware, but otherwise, yeah, this is the same old Ape Escape game that worked so well the first time, just a lot more fluid in its play control. I mean, just look at how Jimmy runs, man, he's got places to be! Assisting you on your adventure is a little helper monkey, Papachi, there for you when you fall down a bottomless pit, and when you run out of health, they give you just a little bit more to get you going. Partway into the adventure, they take Papachi away from you, and then you really start to feel the effects of, hey, maybe I'm actually not so good at this game. Like before, there are vehicles aplenty to operate to spice things up on a level-by-level basis, like a snowmobile, a tank, a giant Papachi robot, that one's my favorite. And of course, the gadget system returns as well, where you get new tools to help you out along the way, basically all of them you use by abusing the right analog stick. These are mostly the same as the first game as well, and by most, I mean literally every single gadget is back, with only 3 new ones. There's a Bananarang to attract monkeys out of specific locations, a water cannon to put out fires in specific locations, and an electromagnet to stick onto specific locations. Yeah, these aren't that great. It's not that they're annoying to use or anything like that. Honestly, the electromagnet sometimes does have some pretty cool ideas attached to it, but overall, they're not as useful in a wider range of scenarios, like for instance the propeller for extra height and the hula hoop for super speed. And if there are any glaring issues with this game, it's that it's far too similar to the first game. It's really not that big of a deal, but looking back at this console generation, when platformer sequels were dropping that made radical jumps from the former titles, Ape Escape 2, it feels pretty safe. However, there is one big thing added to this game that does change things up pretty drastically from the first one, the Freaky Monkey 5. Oh, just saying their name sends shivers down my spine. Joining Spectre on his quest for monkey domination are 5 monkeys, all designated by different colors, powered up with these specially made Vita Z bananas. And with them, Ape Escape actually has some legitimate boss fights that aren't just the final boss and then that weird armor thing. The battles themselves are super simplistic, most of them just boiling down to waiting for the right moment, whacking them a whole bunch, and then running around in circles to avoid their attacks, but they do add to the game's personality, so this was totally a worthwhile addition. Finally, I get to see a dinosaur pile drived into a wrestling ring. My oddly specific desires are being met. Pink Monkey was always my favorite. She's this cute and adorable little performer. She just wants to sing and make everyone happy, but oh no, she has a bad side. Yellow Monkey, on the other hand, yeah, I don't really know about this one. Sometimes jiggle physics are used in ways that they probably shouldn't. Ugh. A lot's changed in nearly 20 years. After defeating a member of the Freaky Monkey 5, you get the chance to capture them, and it's pretty satisfying to do so. But not Yellow Monkey though, he manages to run away, and that's because later on he returns powered up even more with the Vita Z bananas, and he is ready to King Kong all of us. Man, this is weird. Yellow Monkey is one of the weirdest things in any game I think I've ever seen. I'm amazed this exists. You got a bunch of extras to unlock too from this little coin machine. Little stories, manga strips, music, in-game screenshots. Oh, thank goodness, I can finally race as Flan. Most of these things are cute little novelties, but they're largely filler, and you get them at random from this machine, making unlocking these, quote, goodies a total grind. You can also gain access to 3 different minigames to dabble in as well, once again providing a decent little distraction. I don't know why, but I used to love this climbing game back in the day, but now... How did I do this when I was a kid? But hey, once again, now I can get trophies. This was all worth it. Soon enough, Jimmy ends up traveling to the damn moon, because of course he does, to go and confront Spectre and his giant robotic monkey with some snot running down its nose. That's a pretty odd design choice, let's be honest. Oh no, wait, there we go. There's the real robot monkey. I mean, it didn't really work the last time he used it. I'm surprised he's going back to the same idea twice. Surely this second time he's gonna be successful. He isn't. Oh no, Spectre found his way right next to the button to the lethargy laser. This is not gonna be good. Oh boy, here we go. That's it? He just like let himself get caught there. Oh, okay, that was weird. All right, well, it doesn't matter. He manages to escape once again. I'm not really sure how. The only way you can permanently capture him is by collecting every single monkey. Not really sure what difference that makes because he's the one you wanted to capture and you did capture him. think Natalie, I think you just screwed up on this one. The first game did the same exact thing. At this point, you have to go back through every single level that you've already gone through, use the tools that you didn't have at the time, and capture all of the remaining monkeys. Yeah, it does bring up that feeling of repetition once again, but the extra bits of variety sprinkled about every now and then, it makes the process slightly less of a chore. The final Spectre boss is pretty lame though, more of that simple avoiding an attack, hitting him, rinse and repeat stuff. But after that, he is captured for the last time. Alright, probably not the last time. Hey, a trophy! Nice! Jimmy successfully crashes back down to Earth in one piece, returning to Natalie and the Professor, and even Spike from the first game. He makes an appearance too. Cool bit of fan service there. And once the credits roll, you unlock the ability to play as Spike in a new Game Plus style of mode. You have every single gadget, there are no cutscenes that pop up. It's just an extra little mode to blast through the game as fast as you possibly can as the character from the first game. I'm a big fan. So yeah, Ape Escape 2, pretty good. After the originality of the first game, it does kinda stink seeing the second one rest on its laurels a little bit, and it didn't really experiment much on its jump to newer hardware, but regardless, it's still a totally fine monkey catching romp. Oh man, okay, I think we've done it. After talking about Ape Escape 2 for more than 10 minutes, by now Sony must have announced something. Alright, let's see here. Okay, all they built up to was a trailer showing a few seconds of every Ape Escape game, and that's it. Ah, cool. The series is saved.